Well, it feels like in many games you play better than your opponents on the fifth hour of play. Like you keep your concentration better and your opponents start to err. Do you have any explanation for that? Maybe you had some special physical training before the event or something like that?
Yeah, I generally like to be quite active, and I mean, not only for this tournament specifically, but in general, I do some physical stuff, and also it could just be my age.
Yeah, you're very young, of course, yes. Well, you are now in the lead, but we don't know yet how the game of Caruana will finish, but let's assume if he wins, it will mean that 3 players will be trailing you by half point. And then all of you are playing against each other in the last round. So you play black against Nakamura, and then it's Caruana against Nepomniachtchi. So how do you feel about this last round? Any special strategy for that?
I guess I'll go with the same strategy, try and play a good game. I've managed so far, and hopefully tomorrow as well I'll be able to follow the plan.
But do you expect Hikaru to go all in this game and try to win at any cost?
I don't know. It's up to him, I guess. But yeah, I'll just play a good game tomorrow and see what happens.
Do you have any thoughts about the tie breaks? So there are some scenarios, quite a few, and you could reach the tie breaks. So in this, like, let's say, assume you make a draw tomorrow, and then Caruana and Nepomniachtchi, somebody wins, then you will be playing the tie breaks. So how do you assess your chances on the tie break?
I guess it's still too early to think about it. I mean, there are a lot of things that that can happen tomorrow, and I'm focused only on tomorrow's game. Yeah.
Well, thank you. Do we have questions from the audience?
Gukesh, what about your excitement? Was it bigger today than in the first or second round, or is it always the same, or does it change now with your success?
I've been eager and excited the same way from the first round. Today, I guess in the time trouble, it was a bit more exciting, but yeah, in general, my mental state has been the same.
2 questions. So, when your main competitors drew their game, Nepomniachtchi and Nakamura, when they drew, what did you feel? How did you observe that in that moment? And the other thing, you said you do some physical. Can you elaborate a little bit about your physical training?
Sure. I saw they made a draw quite early, and I mean, it was pleasant to see, but I wasn't really thinking about that game. I was only focused on winning my game. I did not really look at the other games much. I was just focusing on my game. And what kind of physical training I do? At home I play sports almost every day, and and also yoga very regularly. So yeah.
And which kinds of sports?
Different kinds, but mostly tennis.
Like lawn tennis?
Yeah.
Okay. Sagar?
Gukesh, when the move repetition happened, rook d1, rook g1, did you feel like at that point to draw, or were you just repeating to reach move 40? What was the feeling there? Because we thought it was equal at that point.
It was equal.
I mean, the engine said equal, so what did you feel? What was your assessment?
No, I thought I'm clearly better. I mean, just the position looks so good for white. So I thought I'm clearly better, and if I just make the time control, it should be quite easy. But okay, if the position was equal is news to me.